when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will raise up a standard. Verse 12. I know how to be abased and live humbly in straitened circumstances. And I know how to enjoy plenty and live in abundance. Oh, help me, Holy Ghost. I have learned in any and all circumstances the secret of facing every situation, whether well-fed or going hungry, having a sufficiency and enough to spare, or going without and being in want. Now, that is an amazing thing. Paul understood what it was to have a lot and what it was to have a little. But he still was in a space called confidence. He still was in a space called contentment, because he realized, even though my belly, my flesh might be telling me I'm hungry, I know that I am full, because I don't want to jump too far ahead. I serve a full God.
Come on now. Come on. That's good.
Okay. Y'all get it in a minute. That's okay. Verse 13. I have strength for all things in Christ, who empowers me. I am ready for anything and equal to anything through him, and who infuses inner strength in me. I am self-sufficient in Christ's sufficiency. Now, that's that I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me passage. Now, please understand. See, a lot of people quote that passage out of context. They quote it out of context. They use that passage to help them to understand if there's a task that God has for me to do, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. No, it means that in a sense. It means that in a sense, but the overriding meaning has to do with suffering. Okay. Oh boy, okay. The overriding meaning has to do with, even in suffering, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
All right.
I can, oh my God, I can overlook my suffering and encourage somebody else.
All right now, that's good. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But it was right and commendable and noble of you to contribute for my needs and spare and share my difficulties with me. Now, there was a contribution that the Philippian church made to Paul's ministry that he was remembering and he was thanking them for. See, the main thing, the main purpose of this book of Philippians was that Paul, it was essentially a thank you letter. Okay. He was thanking the Philippian church for supporting his ministry financially. Okay, and not only supporting his ministry financially, but supporting his ministry through their prayers, through their support, through their love, through their kindness, through their understanding, even when other churches were not doing it. The Philippian church was supporting Paul in more ways than one. So Paul is remembering them in his hour of greatest need. He's remembering this Philippian church. And you Philippians yourselves well know, verse 15, and you Philippians yourselves well know that in early days of the gospel ministry, when I left Macedonia, no church assembly entered into partnership with me and opened up a debit and credit account in living and receiving except you only. So the implication of the verse is there was a partnership. There was a regular supporting of Paul's ministry by the Philippian church. That was consistent and regular supporting and giving and partnership. I don't know if it was on a monthly basis. I don't know if it was on a weekly basis. But whatever it was regular enough for Paul to consider it an account from which he could draw from.
All right.
And as if he had an ATM card with a PIN number, and when there was a need, he could swipe the card and get what he needed when he needed it.
Okay.
That was what Paul literally thought of the support of the Philippian church. Wow, what a day it would be that when there's a need in the building, I'm talking about, I need a house, Pastor, your keys. I need a car, Pastor, your keys. Pastor, I need a job. Okay, how many employers we got in the building? 12 of them raise their hand. You got 12 to choose from right here. Pastor, my children children and I, we need counseling. We need to sit down with a counselor. And okay, well, what time y'all want to come? Pastor, my mother is sick and we don't have no more health insurance. Well, why don't you come to the Kingdom Training Center, the medical Kingdom Training Center, and get some medical care. Go on. We got doctors. Pastor, my teeth is messed up.